That's not my main one. Um, West. Yep, I have us beating Mississippi State, and then I have us getting beat by UNC.
You know it. Go Tar
And
Heels.
yep. All right, we ready to go?
I believe so. Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last preseason episode of Inside the GEFA, your only source for news pertaining to the Great and Eastern Football League. Tonight, we're talking to the last two teams that are participating in the Kickoff Classic on Saturday, the Wildcats and the Warriors. And here to guide us all through that is your host, the president with the most, Mr. James Simerson. Take it away, good sir.
I freaking love this kid. All right, so we got another great episode coming up. Like Danny said, we're gonna talk to head coach Ant Watson of the Warriors, Gary Kroll, quarterback of the Warriors, Aaron Stoner, head coach of the Wildcats, are on here. J.R. Taylor, who's just an all-around athlete, he's on here for the Wildcats. But before we get into all that stuff, we want to get into a conversation with Carrie Marrero, wife of Rob. The reason why we're doing what we're doing today is because of Rob. So, Carrie, welcome on the show.
Thank you.
So, all right. For those who didn't get the honor of meeting Rob, give us a little history of Rob with the GEFA.
Rob was all about football. He loved it. He started out really, really young on it was just like a sandlot league just here in our hometown. Um, and then things just progressed from there, but he was really passionate about football.
How many years did he play for the GEFA?
GFA wasn't too long. It was, I'd say, only about maybe 3 years.
I know so he played for what? The Tigers.
Yeah, it was the
Reapers.
Reapers and the Mountaintop Reapers.
And you went to a lot of the games. Tell us
Yep.
about your perspective of what you saw from going to the GFA games.
Always very impressive. I mean, most of the guys were good guys. Our whole family, it was just a fun day. We always looked forward to it, and we'd make a whole day of it, and that was our thing. Weekends were football weekends for us. It was always a good time.
Now, I know you went through a lot with Rob going down and the accident. And how long did you guys go through with that in the beginning with like the hospital visits and all that stuff?
Oh, that was pretty much never ending. It started out with 2 weeks in intensive care, and then he moved from the hospital to rehab in Philly, and he was there for a few months. And there were a lot of trips back and forth. Once he got home, that was, like I said, it was just never ending, constantly back and forth. It was a rough time.
Now, Rob won Person of the Year
Mhm.
back in 2011. First ever person to ever do it. Now that award is named after him. When Rob first won it, what was his reaction to it?
Um, I think he felt very humbled. He definitely just very, very honored. After his accident, he hated football for it. I think that lasted like 2 weeks, not long at all. But in around that time, that's when he was presented with the award, and at the time, it really gave him a boost. It made him, he still felt like he was part of everything. He was still one of the players, one of the guys. So it was nice.
I know it's been an honor for me to be able to say I've won that award with his namesake as many times as I have. I never really got to meet Rob. I know in 2016 we did a charity game and he was supposed to be there, but something happened at the last second and he wasn't able to make it. And so I missed that chance on it. But it was like without fail, every time I had a birthday, he would be like the first person and he'd send that Godfather thing from one boss to another happy birthday. And it was like, that's when I knew like I made it in the GEFA when I was getting stuff from Rob for my birthday. So that was pretty cool.
That's
Now,
Kim.
now over the past couple like years in that, numerous teams have done like Rob Morera Bowls. Now we've finally made it league officially. We named Kickoff Classic the Rob Morera Memorial Kickoff Classic. What was your reaction to that when you found out the news?
I actually was really touched by that. I still am. That actually came about at a pretty bad, I was going through a pretty bad period at the time. I started feeling like everybody forgot about Rob all of a sudden. And then there was this game, and it just reminds me he's not forgotten.
Nope, Rob will never be forgotten. That's why we're named it after him, because it's the best way to keep him with us and still part of the GEFA. I know you've always been like a rock to some of the people in this league. I know when Eddie Hernandez passed away, I was talking to his fiance and I had no idea what to say whatsoever. So I'm like, you know what? Let me find somebody that can help you. And you stepped in there and you didn't have to. And you were a huge help on that. So I wanted to thank you on that. Not many people would have did that. What made you actually want to do that though? Like you pretty much put yourself out there to help others in a tragic situation like that. And it had to bring back some emotion.
It does. It always does. It's still hard to talk about it without getting at least tears in my eyes, but it's like you said before, you tend to hear a lot of the same thing from everybody, and it becomes so repetitive. And I mean, on one hand, people don't really know what to say. So I looked at it like maybe coming from me and being someone who's gone through the same experience, it would maybe mean a little more to her coming from me. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
really add.
that was awesome that you did that. It's that meant a lot to me. I know it meant a lot to her, but it was just sorry to have to put you through that. But like I didn't know who else to turn to, and
I don't.
unfortunately, you had more experience than me.
I don't mind if I start crying. Then we cry together.
Yeah. Now, you've been to a couple of games since that. What is your takes on the way the league is now compared to what it was back then?
It is very different, to be honest. Oh, so many things are different. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. It came a long way, and I think Rob really would have enjoyed it. I think he'd still be there if he was here. Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that got to be able to share the field with Rob that are still playing. I know Dave Lopes is a coach now,
Oh, is
and he always talks about Rob. I know um, Scott Reese, he's always talking about Rob. He even got the tattoo of Rob on his arm.
Oh yes,
Oh,
Scott. He played with Rob back in the Sandlot days.
oh really?
It's been around for a while.
Thor, you have any questions?
Carrie, I got to fortunately meet you at one of the Rob Marrero Bowls earlier on in my career. I was still kind of trying to feel out the league and whatnot, and I still remember meeting you that day, and I feel like it was a really positive event. And when James came up with the idea of making sure that Rob's legacy was attached to the Kickoff Classic, we all thought it was a perfect thing. So I'm really glad that you took the time to come on here and talk to us today, because pulling the ties between the foundation and the things that helped create the league to get to where we are now is clutch. And you were one of the family members that were there when we were just laying those bricks to kind of find a way to build up on. So
Yep. Well,
All right, now,
oh,
Carrie,
yeah.
Can you do me one more? Are you going to the Kickoff Classic this Saturday?
Yep, I plan to.
All right. Can you do me a favor? Can you do the opening coin toss?
Sure. Either me or the two kids.
Either or.
Okay,
Like I said, I just want you guys involved.
great.
I've always been big on that. At least trying to get you guys involved in that with stuff like that. So yeah, Tyler's going though, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I'll have you guys do the coin toss for the Titans Miners game.
Okay, great. Rob will be there too.
Yeah. Always. So yeah, I appreciate you being on. It's always great talking to you. It's funny because like the first time I met you was at Central Columbia.
Yeah, I was
And
thinking.
now we're doing the Kickoff Classic at Central Columbia in Rob's name. So it's comes full circle sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So
I just want to tell everybody, because I know Rob would want me to. Have fun, guys. Play hard, but please play safe. Like, don't play dirty. I mean, remember, at the end of the day, all you guys on the field, you're all brothers. Um, have fun and play safe.
Appreciate that, Carrie.
thank you, Carrie. We'll see you on Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
See you on Saturday.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So moving on. Sorry, I had to bring Carrie on. It's one of my big things is you can't talk about the Rob Memorial Kickoff Classic without being able to talk to Carrie and realize how much Rob means to this league. So it's just wanted to appreciate her being on. So Gary, Ant. We'll talk to the Warriors now.
Yo.
How's it going, fellas?
What's going on, brother? What's up?
So, Ant, you played in this league for a while. Had a decent run at it, I guess you could say that. But now you're the head coach, first year head coach. What has that transition been like for you?
Pretty much it's been really smooth for me. I mean, I pretty much was the head coach last year also. So, I mean, I just didn't have the title, but it's a pretty smooth transition. A lot of the guys that I've played with on the field we got a bunch of rookies, but it's been pretty smooth. It's been rough at times, you know, when you're trying to do a lot, but it's been pretty smooth.
Have you been able to pick up coaches? Because I heard through the grapevine that you were pretty much rocking by yourself.
Well, that grapevine is true.
It usually is.
That grapevine is true. I mean, I had some good people come to practice, you know what I mean, to help me work out with a couple of positional groups. So, you know, big ups to those guys. But for the most part, yeah, I'm on my own, Brent.
So you're gonna be leaning on those leaders a lot this year to you know, kind of step up and be, you know, like your assistant, helping hands.
Absolutely. I'm looking at my vets like that. So, you know, they might get cursed out a bunch of times by me, but they know what it is.
Right. That's right, Gary. Just squeeze into the camera a little bit because I'm talking about you.
You know.
We know. You know, we kind of piggyback off each other. I mean, we literally just said this at practice on Saturday, you know, kind of like defensive guys. Like we look at like Flo to be that kind of leader on defense when offense comes off the field, and you know, he got to talk to us. And then when defense goes on the field and we go out, you know, vice versa. I know I have to take that leadership role a little bit more heavier this year, obviously, because it's one man. And, you know, I mean, shout out to him because it's a lot. I know how it is. So.
Yeah. So what? You're going into your third season now, right?
Talking to you.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, second year. Last year was rookie year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Here.
Damn. Seems a lot longer than that.
Yeah, yo, and I know it do seem a lot longer than that because it seems like I played in the league a long time, but I only have 3 years in the GEFA playing.
That's how taxing the GEFA season is.
Yeah.
Forgetting shit.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So okay, awesome. Coming off your rookie year, man. I mean, what have you been doing this off season to kind of prepare yourself this second year, you know, to take that next step? I mean, you guys always seem to be right on the cusp, but you can't seem to get over the hurdle. You know what I mean? Like last year, I think you guys had a stellar, you know, regular season like you usually do. And then come that first round, you guys kind of took one on the chin a little bit. So, I mean, what are you doing as, you know, kind of like you're the quarterback, man. You're the leader of the team. Everybody looks to you. What are you doing in your second off season to prepare to get your team over the hurdle?
And just really stressing the fact that like we only beat ourselves. Like in my opinion, and as a team, like that's like something that we've been stressing is like only team that could beat the Warriors is the Warriors. I mean, me personally, like I've just been stressing that and like trying to build the team morale up and just trying to keep positive. I mean, everything that I did last year was a credit to the team. You know, we were stacked last year. I feel like we're stacked this year. You know, I'm just trying to piggyback off last year and have a great year and, you know, hopefully get over that hump in the playoffs. That's the number one goal. We're not trying to take that first round L. We're trying to move on and we're trying to, you know, hopefully get to that Keystone Bowl. So.
Okay.
It's been a lot of extra workouts.
Yeah, a lot of
extra workouts
this week. That's it.
A lot of off-season extra workouts this year too.
Good, man. Good. You know, film sessions, all that shit, all that stuff's important. And what do you know, what as a coach, being by yourself, you know what I mean? Like Gary said, you guys always kind of seem to trip over yourselves, and sometimes like you guys let your emotions get the best of you. Like you worry about shit that you shouldn't worry about. You can't control what other people are doing. And that kind of seems to be you guys' downfall in big game situations, especially ones that are tight. So as a coach, you're by yourself. Like how are you going to be able to handle, those situations when they come around?
Well, honestly, I'm learning like each practice more and more to just take a second and breathe and just see the moment and live in the moment. You get what I'm saying? Like it's been so many times in the off season that I was like, well, this is too overwhelming, this is too much, or you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I love the game so much. It's just like I just can't leave it alone. But to answer that question, it's just the preparation. It's just more preparation this year. It's just knowing who we are, knowing the situation, and fighting. Like if you've seen us last year, we was the second half team. So I've been preaching this year, we have to be a first, second, third, and fourth quarter team. We can't be playing from behind. We can't try to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just attack, play within the system, do your job, and we'll be fine. As long as they give me 110%, I'm fine with the outcome.
Another thing to like piggyback off what we were saying, everybody was like stressing this year, like, kind of make it easier on him and making it easier on everybody else. Like pretty much just control what you can control. Like, that was the big thing. Like, try and focus, not more so focusing on like the arguing and stuff with each other and the internal stuff, and then arguing with the other team and stuff like that. Kind of just like you said, just control what you can control. And at the end of the day, that's all you got to do.
And just respect the game. Respect the game.
Keep it football.
Keep it football. Just respect the game.
Yeah, I mean, every team has, their little arguments inside the game. You know what I mean? Like that. Like it's just like, you know, everybody can bitch about refs. Everybody can bitch about, this or that. You know what I mean? Like that seems to be like a big thing in the GEFA. Like refs making bad calls or not making the calls or whatever.
There's
but
no
like we always talk about it. Is like don't put the control in the refs' hands and you don't got to worry about it.
That's
You
a
know what
fact.
I mean? Like, don't let the refs control the outcome of the game and you don't have to worry about those things.
That's a fact.
So, like, handle your business.
Like, there's no flags. There's no challenge flags. Like,
yeah.
Just
Don't
play.
What seems to be the problem is certain guys let their emotions get the best of them. And then you go from playing a stellar game to, getting your ass kicked because you let your emotions sidetrack you from the task at hand. You know what I mean? So like that's just kind of like one of the things that I've seen from the Warriors over the years. Like you guys have always been a fucking solid team, excuse my language. But you guys have always been a solid team. Like for the last at least 4 years, 5 years, maybe you guys been right there. And it seems like in big game situations, those high intensity situations, you let the emotions get the best of you and the wheels come apart. So that's kind of like one of my things that I'm kind of looking at the Warriors this year is when you get in those situations, because you will be in those situations. Hell, you might be in that situation come week 0. You know what I mean? You got a tough opponent. So like then you come into week 1, you got another tough game. Like those emotions are coming high right out of the gate. So like those are going to be key situations. Those are going to be key situations for you as a head coach and you as a leader to, mitigate them situations and not let them melt you down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of happy that it's like that this year because, I mean, everybody got to play everybody. So like, there's no ducking, there's no hiding. The teams that are going to be in the playoffs are the teams that are going to stand out. And that's, something like last year, like everyone was saying like, oh, your schedule was light. Who'd you guys play? And, we don't make the schedule. We just play who we play. And that's it. So.
We play playoff teams, though. No, we ain't going to get it confused. Like, we didn't play no playoff teams, though. We definitely played some teams.
Well, I mean, now we're heading into 2024. So, I mean, realistically, like, what's your guys' outlook? I mean, I know it's obviously championship, but I mean, what do you want to see as your team throughout the season?
Let's see, like,
you want me to go first or you go first?
Yeah. We'll start with the head coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll start with the head coach.
The outlook of this season is to make it it's to get in the playoffs. Once you get in the playoffs, you got a chance. So that's what we starting at first. The first job is to get in the playoffs. When you're in the playoffs, it's 0-0, and nobody record counts when you get to the playoffs. So if we can make it to the dance, that's the first goal. The second goal is to get past the first round we never got to. Once we cross that bridge, it's championship. It's championship. Like, we want to be the first team to bring a ring to the Northeast. You know what I mean? We want to do something that James never did. You know what I mean?
Danny agrees. Gary, what's your outlook both as a player, you know what I mean, and from a team perspective?
I mean, last year, something that we preached was, just go 1-0 every week. Like, that should be the goal. Like, focus at the task at hand first instead of worrying about the stuff going on in end of June. You know what I mean? So, like, my goal right now is just focus on the Wildcats week 0, and just take it from there. I'm not really trying to look too far ahead because I'm not trying to overlook what we have right now. So I'm not really too focused on the end goal. End goal is always going to be the same for everybody. If it's not, then you shouldn't even be playing the game. But long-term goal, obviously have a ring on my finger, come end of June. I mean, we have the team to do it. We have the team to do it every year, man. It's just by come week 11, week 12, just don't beat yourselves. Just take it with a grain of salt and just play ball and do your game. That's it.
Been pretty quiet out of Wilkes-Barre this off season. So,
yeah, we really don't have a lot of people. I'm not
going to delve into like all your signings or who you didn't get or did get. Doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just
going to see him anyway.
I will say this. Like, we wasn't really quiet about it. We put a lot of like our signings on the page, but the difference between us and other teams is we don't have those big names. We have a lot of rookies. Like, I got a lot of rookies this year, mainly like from college. We got a couple. We got what, 6 or 7 kids from college.
Yeah, we got 2 All-Americans, and so we got players,
it's pointless for us to put names up that you don't know. So everybody gonna look at them like, the first thing people say is when they see a name they don't know is they can't play, or they're a rookie, or they're young. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's pointless to even say it. You know what I mean? We just gonna let them put their pads on, let their pads do the talking, and come out there and play. Like, at the end of the day, we respect everybody. We respect everybody's game. We respect what everybody bring, but we don't preach fear. We are not ducking or scared of anybody. We respect those who put in their work and who's played the game and who's, excelled and succeeded in this league, but we don't fear anybody.
No, we know that. We know that, man. That ain't never been a question.
Yeah, it's the difference between respect and fear. No, some people, it may not be a question for y'all, but some people think, it's a difference. Like, you know what I mean? We respect, we don't fear.
Love it. Well, I mean, I don't personally have any more questions for you guys. You pretty much answered most of my questions before I even asked them. So,
it looked like Thor got it.
Thor looks like
he's throwing for a question. It looked like
I'm sure he does. That's what I was about to pass it off to him. So just good luck on your season, gentlemen.
Appreciate that, Goat.
So I don't really have anything piled up here, but ultimately you guys got put in the Classic. Get your season started a week earlier. What were your guys' thoughts as a program when you found out you were one of the teams and that you were going to be in the third game in prime time?
For me, it was an honor. To me, it was an honor to be able to headline, a big event. Being that, the Kickoff Classic this year is set up to be one of the biggest events that the GEFA has had. So to me, it was an honor for us to be able to headline that. So we just want to come in there and play the game and hopefully give the people a great game and make them more fans to the GEFA.
So now in your game this weekend, coming up, you're playing the Wildcats. Last season you played the Wildcats. You had a hell of a game. Down 20, I think 20-6 or 26-6 at halftime.
Yeah, 26-6 at half.
And then somehow came back, won the game. What's your mindset going into this one? this time around?
Oh man, our mindset is to just execute the game plan and try to stay within the lines. We've seen all of the moves that they made. They have a bunch of great players. So our mindset is to make sure we go in there and execute and stay on our toes and go at the game plan as best as we can.
We know it's going to be a dogfight.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely.
These first 2 weeks that we got, they're going to be like battles, like absolute battles. And we're glad that we get these ones out of the way early. You know, because these ones are the ones where both teams are going to make mistakes. You know, and we just got to capitalize on them for the, you know, middle and end of the year. But you know, this one's going to be a huge test. You know, I think for both teams. Like I think this one's going to pretty much, you know, tell where we're at, tell where they're at. So, you know, everyone should pretty much just get their popcorn ready and just watch. It's gonna be a war.
GEFA gave us a barn burner, baby.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Absolutely. Thanks to Thor.
Yeah, shout out Thor for the schedule.
Thor always gets blamed.
I've accepted it at this point.
No, I mean I'm happy with the schedule. I don't really care.
Now, I appreciate the schedule because at the end of the day, like I said, I have a lot of new guys that's coming to the league, so they get to see some of the best that's in the league and that succeeded in the league and see how it goes. And you get to see week 1 and week 2. You know what I mean? 2 of the best that the league has to offer. So it's good on our part. We get to see exactly where we stand. We get to see what we need to fix. We get to see what we excel at. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.
It's nice too because you play a great quality football team coming out of the gate. I mean, obviously, you know, they were in the Keystone Bowl last year.
Yes.
And then, you know, you kind of can use that, you know, heading into week 1. Obviously, you know, you got the Vikings coming to town. So
yeah, we got a contender. We got a contender week 1 after them who picked up.
You got 2 contenders right in a row.
Yeah, who picked up? We can't even say arguably because it's not even an argument at this point that he's the GOAT. So, you know,
yeah,
I like it, man. Shout out to all the rookies that we have. All of the guys that have been coming through the practice. Everybody that have been making it their business to be there. I'm excited, man. It's a bunch of names who, like I said, I can name them, but people won't know it. But I think after week 1 and week 2, we'll have a bunch of new household names that people are really know.
On both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the football, absolutely.
Especially that secondary. The secondary deadly.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think I got it.
Out for you guys is we're streaming on several platforms and we're trying to boost the exposure for the league. So there's going to be new people coming in that aren't familiar with any teams in the league. And this podcast is like a first look for some of them. All right. Now, all those new people watching that are looking for a team to be a fan of, tell them all why they need to have their eyes on the Warriors.
You go first.
You got it, I guess. I don't know.
Why you need to have your eyes on the Warriors? Because the Warriors are a team who's, like Coach Brent said earlier, it's been a team who's been a contender for at least the last 4 or 5 years. Our games are always packed. When you come to a Warriors game, the fans are there. They're cheering us on. We're a team that's playing 4 quarters of football, not just 1 or 2. And we got the best jerseys.
Nah, uniform on fire.
I'm joking. But it's just a good football program. We love the game. And I think that anytime you come to a game, you're going to see I don't care who we play, whether we playing the top seed, the low seed, you're going to come and watch a good football game. You're going to be entertained when you see the Warriors. Yeah. That's why I think it should be a fan.
I feel like we have one of the highest powered offenses in the league. We have a great defense. I mean, we do a lot of different, you know, wacky things inside of our football team, whether it's on the defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball. So, I mean, if you come to one of our games, I mean, you're going to be entertained, whether it's, you know, just watching the game, talking to some of the players. Like, I feel like we have a good culture right now, especially this year. Like, I feel like the culture around the team is definitely at an all-time high. And I've only been around the team for probably 3 years. I was supposed to play 2 years ago. I didn't. But just from being around 3 different teams, I mean, I feel like this team right now is, I mean, the morale is high. I mean, the excitement's in the air, and everybody should just be watching the Warriors this year.
And who doesn't love an underdog story? Who doesn't love an underdog story?
That story starts at 6 o'clock on Saturday.
6 o'clock on Saturday.
Prime time.
Prime time.
That's huge that y'all made 3 games this year, and they're all different times. Like the night game and having, I mean, in my opinion, the Raptors and Buffaloes, and then us, like our game. I mean, having a primetime game is elite. I think that's a cool thing that y'all did. I'm glad you guys did it.
Hey, Flem, let me give you a shout out.
Well, we originally were having the Wildcats the third game because it was supposed to be at Williamsport High School.
Right.
So we were
I thought they were
getting
gonna do the
the
third game
Williamsport
because
High
it's
School
super
football
support
team
us.
involved, and
Stay on what you were on. We picked you guys. You're doing great. Showcase. Prime time. Let's go.
Prime time.
Nah, but it still works out because as they would say on paper, but looking at their roster, they have the type of roster where you would want to see them prime time. So I mean, I would understand even if it ain't in Williamsport, you still would want to see them play.
I haven't played a night game since college, so
Man, we haven't played a night game. The Warriors ever.
So,
I think the only teams that played a night game is the Vikings and the Tomahawks.
Yeah.
No, the Warriors played a night game in 2016.
Oh yeah, I wasn't around.
Yeah, I mean, I graduated high school in 2016.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah. The Warriors have come a long way since that night game when they came out running through a banner that said "Ground the Shock."
Yeah.
I still have that picture of that somewhere in my house.
This should be the 9th season for the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. I think you guys came in the league.
They started in 2016.
I think they started in 2016.
Yeah. So this will be your season as a program.
Yeah, I think I came around to the Warriors in I want to say 2019 or maybe 2018. I don't know.
18.
I'm getting old. Listen, I may look like I'm 29 or 30. I just turned 40, so I am.
Join the club.
Yeah. Yeah, but to reiterate it, man, we are honored, man, to be able to headline this game, and we promise to bring it. We promise to bring it, man. 4 quarters.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being on. Good luck Saturday.
Wait, before you guys go, can I ask you guys something real quick?
Absolutely.
Y'all said you haven't made over the hump in the playoffs. What makes you guys think that this is the year?
I think it's more preparation.
Now, Danny.
Let him ask this question.
I just think that we're more prepared. I think that because we have fallen short so many times, we know what we need to do to get over that hump now. And I just think that the preparation is going to take us there.
Mm-hmm.
To piggyback off what he said, I mean, last year, I just feel like we just beat ourselves in that playoff game. I mean, we're right there, but and it all had to do with just, like I said, it's still a couple guys on the teams didn't agree with what was going on, and we don't have that this year. I mean, everybody looks up to this guy and loves this guy like he's their big brother. So everyone kind of just will respect him as such, and they won't really try him and try as much as they did last year. So it's a new Warriors. That's how I gotta say. It's a new Warriors team. It's a new Warriors regime and a new Warriors culture. So I mean, I fully expect to get over the hump. I'm ready to stand on that. So.
Well, James, you mentioned new viewers, and I'm sure that a lot of new viewers are now rooting for you guys to get over that hump this year. Thank you guys so much for coming on. And like they said, we'll see you prime time on Saturday.
Prime time.
Thank you, Danny. Why you leave?
We have to leave, don't we?
No.
Oh, we stay? No, my fault.
Stay.
Just mute your damn line.
Yeah, you can just mute.
Relax.
Mute the mic, fellas.
I mean, it's your choice whether you stay or leave.
Nah, I want to hear what JR got to say. We definitely want to hear what JR got to say.
Ooh.
All right, so speaking of that, we got JR, we got Aaron Stoner.
I love it.
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
What's going on?
I'm chilling.
Wherever Aaron is now.
Oh,
You right there?
there he is.
Aaron, you always look like the Wish version of Steven Seagal. It freaking kills me.
No, never that means.
I don't know if I ever told you that.
I don't even know who
so,
that is.
so like I said, you guys are headlining the Classic. That's a big deal. After your, I guess you could say a Cinderella season last year, making it to the Keystone Bowl, upsetting 2 9-1 teams. As far as I know, that's never happened before in our history. So kudos to you guys on that. Talk a little bit about your run going into the playoffs and what you guys have been doing this year so far in the offseason.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, like you said, regular season last year didn't go exactly how we had planned. But we knew when we gelled as a team, we came together, we were going to be hard to beat. We proved that with 2 games, beating 2 teams that beat us in the regular season. Ultimately making it to the playoffs is the first step in achieving the ultimate goal. So once you do that, all bets are off. But at this point, last season is irrelevant to us. We didn't accomplish what we set out to accomplish. And all that did was take us from being hungry like we were last year to starving this year to accomplish that goal together as a team, as a family.
Talk to them. They don't hear you. I don't think they hear you. Talk to them.
Now, JR, you were a big part of that last season. You came back for this season. Did you feel like you had unfinished business?
Oh, for sure. Like just going through the ups and downs last season alone made us stronger, made me stronger as a person. You feel me? I played all 13 games. That's probably the first time since I've been in this league. You feel me? So it was like, for me to play 13 games and make it that far, I would have just played the rest of the games the other years. We probably have been farther than we've been, but that's past tense. But right now, I feel like we in the right direction. You feel me? Like last year was like it was a slap in the face. We've been there. We beat ourselves like Gary said. They beat the Warriors lost because they beat themselves. We lost because we beat ourselves in the championship game. We had over 10 turnovers, something like that. You feel me? So that alone don't sit right with us. You feel me? Like we take it as a team. It ain't one person that did it. Like we did it as a whole. Like I dropped passes. Like our line didn't play well. Like we got better. Just know that. Like we went out and did things that we was messing up on. We definitely improved on every aspect. So we're gonna be green this year.
I want to ask you guys, like, what, you guys, like you say, you talked about you had kind of like not the regular season you wanted. I think, well, you guys were 500 going into the playoffs, were you not?
No, we were 6-4.
6-4, okay. So, obviously, like you said, you guys were kind of like one of those teams that we all talked about on the podcast going into last year that if you guys could put it all together, you would be one of those teams to be able to make a run in the Keystone Bowl. What from the regular season to the playoffs like clicked, like changed for you guys? Because in the playoffs you were a completely different football team than you were in the regular season. You know what I mean? And it's not like you had time off to get prepared for that first game. Like, I mean, we go right from the end of the season to the playoffs.
That's because we had time, like we had games to like basically them games we was using was practice because the guys we picked up mid-season, we didn't get no practices in. You feel me? So it was like
That's true.
at yelling point, the chemistry. We don't have chemistry in football, bro. It's hard. I don't care who you are, what you have on each side. If you don't have chemistry, bro, it's hard to beat a team with chemistry that knows what's going on. Like a Vikings team, a Buffalo's team, like even a Cyclones team. It's hard to beat them kind of teams with no chemistry. You feel me? Like you got to have something going on. So during the season, we ain't have that. Like we picked up 5, 6 new people, and they came in and played right away. You feel me? So it's like now they got to gel. We got to start gelling with them. We got to get accustomed to playing with each other and playing off each other. So by the time the playoffs started, we had 5 or 6 games in. I'm saying we lost some, we won some. We felt both sides. You feel me? So come playoffs, we knew it. Like, all right, we locked in now. We got to understand like what we got going on. So we went from there and just took off with it. Like we had a crazy season. You feel me? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
That was crazy.
That's
You
what
feel
I'm.
me?
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys hit the playoffs. I mean, you played some good football teams, and your football was just 1,000 times better. Like you don't
Because
usually
we
see
knew
that from
we
GEFA
knew
teams. That's what was
right. We
surprising.
knew we knew where we was losing, where we was lacking at. Like our offense, we knew what it was. Like the beginning of the season, me and Haas was alternating reps. Like, you can't get in a flow of the game doing that. You feel me? So
Agreed.
by third game, I sat down, like I took a seat back. You feel me? Like I knew that was a better position. You feel me? I know me at wide receiver, a bigger target. I'm saying like physical, or I go to quarterback and we just have a bunch of speed. You feel me? With nobody that's playing in the middle, insiders that's willing to get hit or give out hits. You feel me? So I felt like the transition was helped us going forward because Haas got comfortable. You feel me? Like it was a new team. It was his first time being here, so he got comfortable with Ewok, with our receivers. Like he got in the flow of things. So that made it easier for a lot of us.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that was a key move too for you guys to finally settle on one guy quarterback.
No,
You know what I
facts.
mean? Like definitely builds way more chemistry. Everybody can get more comfortable. You add another weapon to to the receiving core, which I mean, hey, we see it in this league all the time, man. You have a good solid tight end that can play inside, just
All right.
changes the complexity of what you can do offensively.
Facts.
So, I mean, I definitely agree that was a huge move for you guys. Aaron, going into this off season, obviously a lot of talk about a lot of the signees you guys got. Um, what have you been able to do as a coach, coaching staff wise? Because obviously that's always an important part. We see it time in and time out in this league. It's tough. It's tough to do it by yourself, like Ant's doing. So, like, are you running the show by yourself? I mean, I heard whispers of the wind of Ron Kerr maybe joining y'all out there. Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
So I'm just kind of interested what you're doing to prepping, for your kickoff.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see some different faces on our sideline. Never been doing it myself, so never going to take the credit for what other people are there helping. Last year there was Doug, there's Scott. Got other coaches involved this year. That's definitely more than a one-man show. Takes everybody. That's something we've been stressing to the whole team out, even outside of the coaching staff. We got 40 guys on the roster. Not a single one of them means less or more to the ultimate goal than the next one takes. Everyone has to do their 1/40th when they're on the field. They got to do their 1/8. Everybody has to buy in.
So speaking of buying in, you have a lot of new faces, a lot of guys from different places, a lot of different teams. All kind of combining forces in Williamsport. Like, I mean, how's that transition been going for you guys? I mean, that's a big adjustment for everybody. How's that process been going?
It's not anything that those of us that have been around aren't used to. With last year, we had a lot of new guys, brought guys in mid-season, got everyone to buy in, gel, become a unit. That's why we were able to make the run last year that we did. This year, it's more of the same. Once guys get here, they see how we coach, how we're working, the way that our vets and our leaders that have been here respect the coaches, are listening, or putting in the work, and they understand that it's expected of them as well. And everybody is able to buy in just because they see that work happening from the J.R. Taylors of the world, the Elliott Walkers of the world, the George Keys. Those guys are out there doing what's being asked of them. So everyone that comes in knows they either got to buy in and do the same thing, or they're not going to be able to be a part of it. But everyone that you see, everyone that's announced, everyone that's on the roster, they're all guys that have bought in, that have decided they want to be a part of it, and are doing things the way that we're asking them to.
I like it. Take care of old LC.
Now, do we go to war at practice for sure?
Oh,
Do it
absolutely.
be like
No doubt about it.
do it be almost scuffles at practice for sure? You got a
That's
lot
how
of
you build
different
character.
yeah for sure. You got a lot of different guys that want to be the man. You're not saying the man, but that come with an
A lot
urge
of
to them. You feel
alphas.
me? A chip. Yeah, a lot of alphas. That's basically what I was trying to say. A lot of alphas. You feel me? Like me being one of them. You feel me? So it's like a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of things go on. But to fight through that, bro, and still have the 40 on the roster, like nobody quit, nobody turned their back. Like we fought together. You feel me? Like going to war on the off season like that. You only build. You can't break. You feel me? You build from that. And then now they no longer like oppositions. They more like family, but they brothers now. You feel me? Before they was oppositions last year. They brothers now. You feel
Right.
me? So we embrace that. I'm saying they embrace it. They see the different culture over here now. They see the different, like the faces, how we like how Aaron said we working. It's like we had some practice where we had 20, 22, but we also have 38s and 35s a lot. You feel me? So it's like when you got a team coming to work, you can't go backwards. You feel me? So that's how we look
Yeah.
at it. But it's definitely gonna be prime time,
I
showtime.
love it.
Feel me?
So,
Showtime.
what are you doing as a player, this off season to kind of prepare yourself? I saw Hassan played his first pro game, so I'm assuming he's not part of the quarterback party over there anymore. So did you move back to quarterback?
No,
No.
no.
Okay,
I'm not.
cool.
I think I'm not first or second string. That's the crazy part. Even with Haas not being there, I'm a third string quarterback. So that give you the understanding of the depth we have, like in every position. You feel me? Like our quarterbacks, he's solid. You feel me? Like he's a vet. He's been around the league a while. You feel me? Like him coming back in and having the weapons he having, it make it easier for him. You feel me? Like regardless what is he been getting himself in shape and going through hella film, understanding our playbook, like dissecting it. Like he knows it better than me. And he been here for 4 months. You feel me? Like I've been here for 4 years. So it's like it's easier to get a quarterback like that on your side than with a backup quarterback like Tyler Rico, I'm saying he's a vet. I'm saying like he's been in the league a while. He's been making a name for himself. Like so, I'm the third string, bro. So you ain't got to worry about me ever going back like ever, like ever. Like so, I hope that's not
Linebackers better be
nobody.
worried about you.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we build up that like our wide receivers. We go 8 deep, bro. Like 7, 8 deep. People say like, oh, the rotation. It's not hard to rotate 8 wide receivers, bro, in the game. Like it's not hard. Like touches wise, like yeah, you might have somebody that might not get more than others, but that's part of the game, bro. Like, but we understand like it might not be you this game. It might be you next game. I'm saying it might be somebody else the following game after that. It's like it's never gonna be one person or one man show. You feel me? So I understand that, and that's what I want. You feel me? I was tired of it being me and Ewok show, and that was unstoppable. So imagine what you got 5 other people to add to that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying
yeah.
so like you said, get your cameras out, man.
So
That's
what,
all.
I'll ask this question to both of you. You guys can pick whoever wants to answer first. What do you think it's going to take you guys to get to finish the job this year? Essentially, I mean, you were Keystone Bowl, contenders last year. You came up short. What do you think it's going to take?
All right, I'll go first. I feel like it's gonna take us to be a team, like on the sideline, on the field. Like last year, our sideline wasn't cooperating with the people on the field. You feel me? So it was like we had two different mindsets on and off the field, and you can't have that. You feel me? Like as far as like, especially playing against Brent, you've been in the league, you got how many chips, bro? So it's like you can't go against a person like you and just be over there mind bottled and think we're gonna overcome certain shit. I'm saying think our talent is gonna beat. I'm saying chemistry. That's why I go against it, like the earlier. Like we can't do that. So like we wasn't locked in on that aspect. So I feel like this year we locked in as far as on the field, off the field, communication wise, like the buy-ins from us, the vets, the new guys, like the however you want to call it. Like we all buying into the system, bro. And I feel like you can't go wrong with that. You feel me? You got everybody in on one. And the common goal is a ring, bro. I'm not even gonna talk about that. But our main focus is game one. Our main focus is game one, bro. That's all we for the last 3 months we've been talking about game one. I'm saying we've been prepping for the Warriors since we was able to prep for the Warriors, you feel me? So it's like since we known about it. So right now we're gonna take it one game at a time and either shake or shake. But just know it ain't gonna be easy for nobody. Nobody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron, what's your take on it?
I definitely double down on what JR said, coming together as a team, just like we've been stressing, we've been talking about in practice. I think one thing that's going to really help us this year is our veteran leadership. Last year, going on that kind of run, I'm a young coach, first time ever experiencing anything like that. Wildcats haven't been in that kind of situation since 2008, 2012, something like that. And me personally, I was in third grade. So we have
Damn.
Thanks, Aaron.
Damn, now I
Make
feel
us
real
all feel
old. Shit.
we have a lot of guys that have come in, and just that experience for the guys that were here, they see what it takes. They understand the process, all the work, the dedication that has to go into it, not only all off season, but throughout the season, the game prep, all those different aspects of it that we learned as we went last year. And then the guys that we've brought in, the vets that have been around, the LCs, the Keys, all these other guys that have been around, have won championships, Brandon Ellis, Flem, all these guys that have accomplished a lot. Just help bring that mindset, bring that focus to all the guys that are younger, that don't have that experience, or don't have as much of that experience, and help mold the mindset and the focus of the team to be where we need it to be.
Nice. All right, I think I got one more question. We talk about it every year. You guys got this like what do they call it? A stigma hanging over you guys about, obviously the way you guys handle yourselves and shit. So, you were talking about you got a lot of coaches on your staff this year. You're more prepared. Obviously you were last year too. I'm not saying that you weren't. You got a lot of veteran leadership, a lot of guys that have been around the league a long time, played a lot of games in this league. A lot of guys aren't accustomed to dealing with a bunch of bullshit. Like they're just hard hat and lunch pail kind of guys that are coming to work. So, what have you guys been doing to kind of just like, get rid of that shit? Like just, leaders stepping up, handling the situations a little bit more, kind of guys knowing, hey, this is how we do shit. You know what I mean? You guys been working on that during the off season.
That was big. That's big for us. And like Aaron said, we have a lot of leaders. You feel me? Like far as from Brandon and me to Lee to Keys to Bello to Ewok. Like you got 9, 10, 11 leaders for real on the team. You feel me? So when things start going south and going bad, we lock in as vets, you feel me, and understand like, bro, it's not what we're doing. We're gonna tighten up, we're gonna come to work. We got guys driving 2 hours for practice. You think they want to come play around?
Right.
So at the end of the day, they not it's not whenever we get in them 4 lines, bro, it's never a game. Like we come to work and people are buying into the system and we know what's at hand. We felt it, right? We know what it take to get there. We know it ain't gonna be no easy run. Now you adding, I'm saying with the Vikings still, like you said, the Warriors, the Buffaloes, the Raptors, like it's teams that's gonna be contenders. Like they're gonna fight Comanches. Like the league ain't gonna be how it was. I'm saying like it's definitely gonna be one of them seasons to look forward to. So with us having the vets on the team, bro, and having that leadership, I feel like that's what get us over the hump. That's what's gonna get us over the hump. I'm saying so. People overlook me and think I'm just like this hothead person, bro. But I played 13 games last season, bro. I didn't get thrown out of no games. So if people don't see the progress in me, period, bro, like in me bringing the progress to the Wildcats, because that was the main focus. JR, Wildcats, how I had it. It was mainly me. I understood that. X took it off me last year, so I was able to coast. But now this year we got vets. We got vets that's locking in, bro. So Even X gonna have to X buying in, bro. Like he understand, like he know what it take now. He know what he did last year in that championship game that hurt us. You feel me? Like that was a big reason why we waited 25 minutes in between that. So it's like it wasn't even it. Like it just took us all off beat. So he know that I'm saying. So he coming back for vengeance. So I feel like he gonna be a big part of what we got going on too. You feel me? So we locked in, bro.
Right on, man. I love to hear it.
We definitely have the leaders in place to help with that, like JR touched on, like you mentioned as you were asking. We have systems in place that we believe in, that we're buying into, that we've executed throughout the off season, holding people accountable, holding to a certain standard, and it's worked, and people are buying in. JR puts a lot of that focus on himself with where the blame's been, but ultimately, as the head coach, as the owner of the team, I recognize it starts with me. It starts at the top. I have to hold myself accountable. I have to hold the coaching staff accountable. I have to hold the team accountable. And guys are buying in. Guys are listening. Guys are respecting me. When they see that it's not just being directed at one person, when we're holding everybody to the same standard, it's hard to go against that.
Love it, man. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Having a good, solid foundation. Love it, man. I appreciate it, gentlemen. Good luck. Thor might have some questions for you.
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate you,
you
bro.
covered a lot, but I'm just going to ask the same question that I did to the Warriors. You know, we got a bunch of new people following the league, a bunch of people who are going to be searching for that team that they're going to start to root for and follow through the season. Take an opportunity to, and I understand they hate us. We got this on our own mentality to a certain point, but at least from most experiences I found, fans are amazing to have. Why should a fan look at Williamsport to be the team that they really want to focus on and root for throughout a season?
If I'm gonna answer this, Aaron. If you want a team that started from the bottom, that's us. That's waking their way to the top, that's us. So you want somebody that started from nothing. You don't want somebody that already has something that's going on. No, we started from nothing. That's progress. And you feel me? We are something to watch. We are a highlighted team. We are built with chemistry. You're gonna see it. Like it's gonna be showtime. If you like high flying hits, hard hitting games, if you like dogs, this might be the show you want to be at. But oh no, but we got a solid team, but we got a nice chemistry, but we got a good organization. We got fun guys to watch, but we got a lot of all-stars on our team, a lot of vets, a lot of savvy players, bro, a lot of hungry players that want to win. And within myself that haven't won a chip. So just come watch us get busy. That's all I can tell you.
How about you, Aaron?
Like JR said, we definitely have the talent, but it comes to gelling. I believe we've gelled as a team. That fans that come out to support are going to be able to see good fundamental football, see an organization they can be proud to be able to witness. I believe in what we're building over here, all of us together, and the quality of football that I think we're going to be capable of putting on the field, the experience all around, and just the environment, the chemistry the team's going to have, and just the fun we're going to have out there.
Well, the wait's almost over. 6 o'clock Saturday, primetime football. Rob Marrero Kickoff Classic. We get to see the Wildcats in action for the first time in 2024. I really appreciate you guys coming on and giving some insight on the improvements in the organization and the moves you guys are making, and just feeding our listeners a little bit of information about Williamsport Wildcats football in general. And look forward to seeing you guys game on Saturday.
They live.
Aaron, the one thing I want to say to you, though.
To wake up live.
Absolutely. 4 on the wake up. And to the fans out there, like Thor said, if you want a team that's homegrown, that don't have all of these big names
You had your turn.
You just said something to me. You said something to
Time's
me.
up.
You
You
said
had
something to
your
me.
turn, homeboy.
I see you on Instagram.
Mute it.
I see you on Instagram.
Time's up. Time's up, homeboy. You had that shot. Shot over.
All right, Aaron. One of the things I did want to say to you was thank you for all your help with getting the Easter eggs and all that stuff for the Rob Marrero Memorial Kickoff Classic. That was a big help.
Absolutely. Just happy to do my part. As Thor always says after games, takes all of us. We want to have a league. We want to be able to have this release. If all of us weren't a part of what it takes, so just happy to be able to do my part.
Shut up, bro. We're not hanging up yet, bro. You got one more.
No. You can end it right now.
Yeah, I know. They said
End it right
no
now.
shit.
End it right
Hey,
now.
1-4. We see you on Instagram. 1-4.
That shit trash.
Hey, much
That's
love.
sexy.
Much love
That
to
thing's
everybody.
sexy, ain't it? Yeah, y'all too, bro. Good luck, bro.
Much
Good
love
luck,
to everybody. Absolutely.
For
Danny,
sure,
I'll
for
see you
sure.
Saturday, my
All
boy.
right, Danny, you ready
Hey,
to
see
send
you
us
guys
home?
on Saturday, everyone. Thank you for tuning into episode 3 of the GEFA. Could we be talking to the Keystone Bowl champions tonight? Be it the Warriors or the Wildcats. We're all in this together, baby. Let's do this. We will see y'all on Saturday. And I'm surprised nobody got the High School Musical reference. The Wildcats? Really? Nobody got that?
We're gonna have to start muting Danny with the musical quotes.
Hey, one of my main things
That's
is
strike one.
weird pop culture references. But in all honesty, I'll see you guys on Saturday, everyone. Thank you for tuning into another episode of GEFA. Thank you to both the Wildcats and the Warriors for coming on tonight. And we'll see you guys next time. And hopefully we'll see you Saturday. Bye, everyone.
Later.
All right, bro.
Danny,
Take
you
care,
ever come
fellas.
with a
Good luck.
High School Musical quote on
That's
here
it.
again, I will stand you.
Hey, to be fair, James, I don't like the movies either, but it was too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
All right,
We'll
fella.
see you guys on Saturday. Good luck.
See you
everybody.
Saturday.
Later, guys.
All right, bro.
Fucking